Ultimate Spider-Man was a critical and commercial success, which led to Marvel deciding to try another franchise in their new Ultimate Universe. And who better than the X-Men, who just a few years earlier launched a successful motion picture franchise. Marvel Editorial first asked Ultimate Spider-Man writer Brian Michael Bendis to work his magic a second time. However, Bendis declined, and after a short search period, Marvel selected Scottish comic book writer Mark Millar, see, I told you we'd be hearing from him again, and artist Adam Kubert to relaunch what was arguably their biggest property at the time. Miller was a controversial choice, best known for a book called The Authority, which presented superheroes in an unflattering light. One group of villains in his comic were thinly veiled pastiches of the Avengers, including a Captain America analog who actually rapes two women. And this is the guy who's going to reinterpret the X-Men. Okay, I'm being a little facetious here. Miller's actually a pretty good writer, most of the time, and as last week's Superman Red Sun showed, he can write good superhero stories. And thankfully, this is one of them. So let's take a look at Ultimate X-Men, The Tomorrow People. Ultimate X-Men opens with the US government testing their new mutant hunting sentinels in Los Angeles, prompting a retaliatory bombing from the mutant terrorist Magneto. In response, Professor Charles Xavier gathers a team of young mutants in the hope that they can provide a path to peaceful coexistence between humans and mutants. In the span of just 6 issues, Ultimate X-Men reintroduces most of the classic, or at least familiar X-Men characters, most of whom are given a slightly darker and much more morally ambiguous tone. Well, except Wolverine, but then again, he's freaking Wolverine. He started out dark and morally ambiguous. Ultimate X-Men's first story arc also does a pretty good job with Magneto. Regular universe Magneto is a villain, but there's a streak of honor to him, and he's been known to fight alongside the Marvel heroes before. Ultimate Magneto has none of that. He's a genocidal madman who's actually claimed to eat human meat before, since he considers them little more than animals. He's powerful, you have to take him seriously, but he also doesn't overstay his welcome. There's a scene in issue 6. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I really want you to experience it yourself. But it shows Magneto in triumph, ready to execute the President of the United States. When I first read this, it was chilling. The resolution itself was equally exciting, and I wanted more. While Ultimate Spider-Man was the book that got the Ultimate Universe going, Ultimate X-Men was the book that ensured it was here to stay. The book ended up running for exactly 100 issues, finally ending during the Ultimate Universe's Ultimatum event, which I will not talk about because Ultimatum sucks, and I tried to talk about good comics on this little show. Mark Millar himself wrote about a third of these comics. However, many other talented creators worked on the book, including Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman. Ultimate X-Men offered plenty of alternative takes on classic Marvel heroes and villains, though not all of them were awesome. While some like Ultimate Magneto, Cable, and Mr. Sinister were cool, some like Apocalypse, Dazzler, and Gambit were kinda meh. Honestly, I can't even remember one cool thing Gambit did in the entire series. And considering how popular mainstream Gambit is, that's kinda disappointing. Though I will also come out and say that I've never really understood why Gambit is so popular. But in the end, Ultimate X-Men was a pretty good series, and I was kind of sad to see it go. The first story arc, titled The Tomorrow People, is available in trade paperback, as is the rest of the series. In fact, the entire series is available across 12 trade paperbacks, so it's relatively easy to read the entire series. Check this one out if you're interested. However, the biggest story, both for the Ultimate Universe as well as for Mark Millar, was yet to come. But we won't be talking about that book for a while. As for next week, well, I've noticed on this show we've mostly been talking about male superheroes, and I thought it's time to give the ladies a chance to shine, and I got a good one planned for next week. Till then, please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. Please follow me on Twitter at LittleWebhead87, and thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Take care.